Wario, the man you know and will always love. Wario has had a rich history over the years, dating all the way back to 1992 when he made his first appearance in the sequel to Super Mario Land titled The 6 Golden Coins. So in this video, I will be going over all of his history in this one iceberg image. Judging by the feedback on my other Wario-centric videos, I think you guys will like this one. Also, quick heads up here, I got this specific image from a user called Anthony on Twitter, and I'll link the post in the description for you guys to check out the original. With all that being said though, let's start with the tip of this iceberg. Wario Land is Wario's original game series that started on the Game Boy, dating all the way back to 1994. There have been 6 games in the series thus far, but there is actually 7 if you count a game that I'll get to later. Each game is a platformer, and the main objective is to collect money. The fan-favorite character, Captain Syrup, is also the main antagonist in this series. The latest entry in the Land franchise was Shake It on the Wii, and fans have been waiting for a new game ever since. WarioWare is Wario's current series that started in 2003 and has had 11 games as of this video's release. The objective of this series is to play simple micro games that Wario has created for his video game company. These games have a wide cast of characters that have actually now become iconic: Ashley, 9volt, Mona, and Kanana, to name a few. Wario Man is Wario's superhero alter ego who first appeared in the WarioWare series. He became Wario Man by eating rotten garlic. Most of his microgames revolve around Wario, and some of them are the more challenging ones out of the bunch. However, his most recognizable appearance comes from another Nintendo game, that being Super Smash Bros., as he is Wario's final smash and has been such ever since Brawl. This refers to the fact that Wario's favorite food is garlic, as he's usually seen eating it on various occasions, but mostly in the WarioWare series. This is referring to Wario's original role in the Land series, which was being a treasure hunter, finding treasure to profit off them to become rich. Yeah, so farts refers to one of Wario's main character traits, the fact that he farts a lot. I talked about his garlic obsession a few entries ago, because that's the main reason why he passes gas so much. Wario World is a game released for the GameCube in 2003. The game is a 3D platformer, and the main objective is to collect treasure while fighting enemies with a variety of moves. Earlier I said there's technically 7 Wario Land games, although in reality it's 6. This is the game I was referring to, as it shares many things in common with the Land series, but it is debatable if it even counts as a Land game. The Golden Diva is the final boss you'll face in Wario Land 4. This entry refers to the boss's design, as she wears a mask. Attacking her enough times will break her mask, revealing her true face, which is very horrific and monstrous. The Wario apparition is supposedly a rare entity that can be found in Super Mario 64. Reports claim that if one enters the 30-star door in the basement of Peach's castle, you can, on rare occasions, see this apparition appear in the Dire Docks portal. However, this is just a hoax, and it spawned from this image, which came from Nintendo's Virtual Boy trailer from E3 1996. This myth is also what seemingly kickstarted the Mario 64's personalized trend. And this refers to Mona's supposed crush on Wario that is shown in the WarioWare games. Her character profile states that she has feelings for Wario. She also apparently finds him cool, which, honestly, I can't disagree with. Surprisingly though, he apparently returns these feelings. Honestly though, considering how inconsistent Mona's age seems to be, I don't think this relationship would probably work out. Starting in 1996, Nintendo had animatronics of Mario and Wario during their E3 exhibition. These animatronics would interact with each other and the attendees. The Wario animatronic in particular is infamous for having the voice of someone who is very clearly not Charles Martinet. Take a listen.
Out there and stuff. My name's Wario.
Because I fell asleep.
And put him into 3D.
I hate it when that happens. I tell you what, I'm off at 6.
Wario Master of Disguise is a game released for the Nintendo DS in 2007. This game follows Wario as he yet again tries to get rich by collecting money. In this game, however, he uses various disguises to gain specific abilities. This game is rather infamous amongst the community because it's not very good, since it has very shoehorned in DS touch controls and very repetitive gameplay. In Wario Land 2, Wario is shown to have a pet chicken who he loves and takes care of. I assume this is lower on the iceberg due to the fact that this chicken only appeared one time and has never been seen or heard from again. In the WarioWare series, 9volt is known to have a mother named 5volt, yet very little is known about his father. However, there is at least one piece of information about 9volt's dad. In WarioWare Gold, 5volt's character card states, 5volt's husband is a firefighter, which only fans the flames of her love for him. She knows what she likes. In Virtual Boy Wario Land, depending on how much money you collect by the end of the game, you'll receive a different ending. This is very common in the Land series, but what's very interesting about one of these endings is if you're able to complete the game on hard mode in under 2 hours, you will get an ending that depicts Wario with a girl next to him, who appears to be dressed in a Playboy bunny outfit. Crowdfarter refers to a commercial that was created to promote the Wii U game Game & Wario, released in 2013. The name Crowdfarter comes from the website that Wario makes titled the same name, which was an obvious parody of Kickstarter to fund his new game. The commercial itself is just Wario interviewing a focus group, but I'm gonna be honest, it's actually very entertaining. Check it out if you'd like. Yes, Wario does in fact manipulate a politician, and it comes from a Wario World commercial. In this commercial, Wario tells an unknown politician to say things like,
Greed is good.
Greed makes you do great things.
Greed makes you do great things.
Greed loves old people.
Greed loves old people.
Gold coins and puppies.
Gold coins and puppies.
It will get you everything.
It'll get you everything.
Even if you have to pile drive your enemy to do
Even
so.
if you have to pile drive your enemies to do so.
Demon Head is the final boss of Virtual Boy Wario Land. Before the boss, you can actually spot him in a few stages beforehand. This guy is probably this low on iceberg due to the fact that he's very obscure and is generally pretty creepy. This refers to a surprising ability that Wario has, which is the fact that he cannot die, as he is immortal. This is confirmed in the Wario Land 2 manual, as it states, "No matter how much damage I take, I am immortal." This entry likely refers to an incident that happened in Japan, where a man was arrested for owning tons of tablets that were in the shape of Wario. Yeah, I got nothing to say either. That's just wild. So in Wario World, when you pause the game, you'll be met with this jingle that is sung by Wario himself. However, it's not a very pleasant jingle because all he does is go over and over and over again. However, after a set period of time, Wario will stop singing and apologize for annoying you.
Sorry.
But the only way for this to happen is if you wait on this screen for 50 damn minutes. My god. I believe this entry is referring to a video of Wario seemingly recorded at some sort of event.
Oh, hello there. Hello, how you doing? Awooga.
This one sounds vile at first, but yes, this actually happened. Well, sort of happened. You see, in Wario Master of Disguise, one of the cutscenes features a news report on Wario eating a lot of garlic. However, the next screen features Wario with brown stains on his overalls, implying he might have defecated himself after digesting all that garlic. When Wario first debuted in Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, a lot of people probably didn't know what his beef with Mario was. Well, in 1993, we got an answer. It's revealed throughout the Mario vs. Wario comic series that Mario and Wario were good friends as kids. However, Wario felt Mario was better than him in everything that they played. This caused Wario to cut ties, and even when they're grown up, Wario still holds a grudge and accuses Mario of being a bully. If I'm being honest, I used to sympathize with Wario in these comics, and I kind of felt bad for him. Yeah, used to feel bad for him, because Wario did in fact meet and made a deal with Lucifer himself. In another Mario comic, this one being from Germany, Wario makes a deal with the devil in order to make Peach fall in love with him and completely dump Mario. Honestly, I'm shocked this even made it into an official Nintendo magazine, because we all know how modern Nintendo are too squeamish compared to the old Nintendo, who apparently would allow their characters to meet Satan. So you may remember me stating way earlier in the iceberg that Wario's favorite food is garlic. While that is true now, originally his favorite food was actually crepes. This was stated by Mario Land 2's director, Hiroshi Kiyotake, during an interview. Quite the revelation. Terror Mizu is the final boss in Wario Master of Disguise. Originally, she took on a human form under the name Tiara Mizu to fool Wario. Her goal, however, was to rule the world by sucking the soul out of every person on Earth. She's probably this low on the iceberg due to only being in one game, and it's a game that no one even likes. This entry I was hesitant to do any research on for obvious reasons, but I did thankfully find what this was referring to with little issue. Unused in WarioWare Mega Micro games is a sprite depicting Wario with no clothes on. I have no idea what this possibly could have been used for, but hey, we ended up getting something similar to this in Mario and Sonic 2020. So this might be one of the first entries on this iceberg that I found nearly nothing on. I can only assume this refers to the game Mario Super Picross, and the Wario part is a reference to a stage in this game which centers around Wario, but other than that, I couldn't find really anything on this. In WarioWare Touch, there's a way to listen to the game's soundtrack in the toy room. One of these songs is Ashley's song. The song itself is normal and quite catchy, to be honest, but this entry is referring to what happens when the song is played in reverse. By playing the song in reverse, you hear this. Considering the dark nature of that phrase, I doubt those are the actual lyrics, but rather our minds tricking us into thinking that's what it sounds like. Either way, pretty strange. This simply refers to the Japanese version of the Master of Disguise theme song, as it has one difference compared to the North American version, which is the fact that it actually has lyrics. If anyone knows the translation, feel free to let me know, but honestly, the lyrics make the song feel a little bit more epic. Welcome to Greedville is an Adobe Flash game that was released to promote Wario Land 4. Greedville was supposedly Wario's hometown, however, I don't think that's true anymore. On this website, which is now defunct, you could visit many places in Greedville like the Pyramid Theater, Wario's Arcade, Wario Mart, the post office, and who could forget Greed School, with a money sign instead of an S. Sam Spook is an obscure character who appeared in one game, that being Wario's Woods. Sam Spook can be fought in the versus mode on medium difficulty. Not much else to say, just another one-time Wario character. This is another entry where I couldn't really find anything on it. If I had to guess, I'd say this is referring to the Game & Wario minigame Ski, where Jimmy is depicted with a 3D model and not 2D art. That's not really CG, but it's the closest I could really get. Wario World's instruction manual gives us a better insight on how Wario's anatomy works. He apparently gets no cavities by eating the bacteria off his teeth. He can do over 100 push-ups with his arms. And the topic of this entry, he holds 1.1 gallons of piss. A lot of toilet talk, I know, but earlier I went over what Greedville was, which was on the Wario Land 4 website, in the US that is. Yes, Japan and North America had two completely different websites when promoting Wario Land 4. The Japanese website seemed to show us stuff from Wario's diary. In this diary, Wario apparently was answering letters sent in by readers. One question in particular was about how to have a relaxing poo time. They seek help from Wario to teach them how to enjoy using the toilet, and this is what he has to say about that. Feel free to read and be disgusted. And finally, for our very last entry on the iceberg, Terrace Lewis. Terrace Lewis is a bootleg plush of Wario that has appeared many times on online shopping websites like eBay, Amazon, and Etsy. This bootleg in particular is a fake version of Kelly Toys' Wario plush. Considering that one looks funky as it is, I'm sure many people have been tricked into buying Terrace Lewis. Well, I think that's enough Wario trivia for one day, so I'm gonna call it there. But I'd like to thank you all for making it to the end of this video. This is another video that took a long time to finish, so I'm glad it's finally done. If you'd like to see more Iceberg videos in the future, or even a sequel to this one, feel free to let me know. Again, shout out to the original Iceberg image creator. I'll leave their original post in the description for you guys to check out the image yourself. But with all that being said though, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.